Hello everyone, welcome to Kalpa Kendra Tarot. It's been a while, and today the reading that we will be doing is going to be on the topic what is this connection and where is it headed? So, what is this connection? We are going to look at the nature of the connection. We are going to be open to anything that Spirit wants to communicate to us about the connection. Let's not limit ourselves to labels. Obviously, we can look at labels such as karmic, soulmate, and twin flame. But other than that, if spirit wants to communicate to us something about, say, the consequences or the experiences you're trying to have through a connection, where it's hard to put it under a certain label, but we can just look at it, you know, in an expansive way where it is supposed to be part of our experience without limiting itself to a certain category. For example, it can be a karmic connection but might feel like a soulmate. So it might be a connection which, because every time we say karmic, everybody thinks that it's like painful and all, and that's not the message that I want to give, because it's not. Karmic connections can sometimes, like, you can have karmic exchanges with people you have helped or somehow uplifted in the past, and they are coming back to pay back those rewards or those like gifts that you have showered upon them. So that can also happen, right? So we'll be open. Let's not limit ourselves to a certain understanding, and we can just expect spirit to be open with us, and we are going to try to transcend labels and understand the nature of the connection from the very feel and fabric it has to itself. So that's it. That is all I have to say about the nature of the connection. Otherwise, we will see where it is headed, and for that, we have 4 groups. So let's just introduce the groups so that we can go ahead and do the reading. For group 1, we have this lion. For group 2, we have this pink monkey. For group 3, we have this Mickey Mouse. And for group 4, we have this white rabbit. But I do feel like every character might have a name, and maybe every character is designed on a popular main character, and I don't know their names, so I'm really sorry, because I know this is Mickey Mouse, but others I don't really know. And I get this feeling that this white rabbit is kind of a popular character. It's just that I don't know him. I feel very sorry for that, because it's not an, like they say, ignorance of the law is not a defense, right? That is what they say about law. So I don't think that my ignorance helps this cause. I think I should be knowing these characters, because these are the main characters of my reading. Yeah, I love them, right? So that that is all about your group. What you can do is you can just close your eyes, think about the question, and see which card you feel the most attracted to. Like, open your eyes and then see which card or character you feel the most attracted to. Selecting that, meet me at the click of your timestamp. Hello, group 1. So, if you had selected this orange lion, even though it might have a name of his own, I'm just not aware of it. So, this orange lion is your character, group 1, and welcome to your reading. 8 of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. So what can we say about what is going on in this in this connection presently? Okay, so you feel like you are ending a chapter, or you are walking away from something that is no longer serving you, or you feel like you have invested a lot of energy into this situation anyway, and because it is not giving you the kind of result or the kind of changes that you saw or you expected, that you saw coming at one point. So you feel like it's not wise for you to keep investing your energy in this situation, and you're trying to invest somewhere else. And it feels like earlier, if you thought about leaving this situation, then it would have felt more painful, but right now it feels only wise and prudent to invest your energy somewhere else. See, can you see this thing? It's like this girl is wearing something black and this man is riding something black. So it feels like what was actually your like only a thought, only in the circumstances, in the air, is finally getting momentum here. So it was like this horse is if you remember, everybody knows the Cinderella story, where fairy godmother turns different objects into different animals, and then there is this carriage that is built out of the what, pumpkin, something like that. So it's like this jacket is becoming the horse, and something magical is happening where you did not really have something to take you forward. You're finally finding it. So I think you're finally finding a career or a means that will help you walk away from this connection. It's like fairy godmother is coming, doing her own magic, and you are finally getting that carriage or vehicle with which you can leave the situation. And that for me feels like a career prospect. So earlier you were invested in this situation because you did not have your means of income for most of you, or some prospect which would help you change your position or leave the situation, change your location. But now you do, so you're leaving, and you think that's the wise thing to do. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're not leaving forever. You know that this is not an arrangement which is permanent. You might have to come back. You know that you might have to come back. You're leaving because that's the right thing to do for now. For now, right? So what is the nature of this connection, spirit? What is the nature of this connection for group 1? What is the nature of this connection, spirit? The moon with 3 of pentacles. Moon river. Then I don't know the lines. Okay, so what is the nature of this connection? The world. It is a connection that has not been grounded in physical reality. It is something that you have been aware of in the conscious realm. It feels like you've been guided by spirit to kind of get an understanding of this connection, but it is also a connection that in your head, and it feels like you are closing the door on for now. It gave you a lot of it gave you understanding about deep concepts, deep spiritual concepts, and things that you might not have known about if you did not get into this connection. So it could be a spiritual connection where you were informed about things by spirit guides or by your intuition, where a lot of what happened emotionally, internally, intuitively, spiritually, but not so much physically. But there is the 3 of pentacles though, so it does seem like there has been some physical movement, but it has not been enough for you to want to stay in this connection, or make you feel like this connection is dependable, solid, or something that you can count on. You feel like this connection is rests on your intuition about destiny. Like you think certain things, like you have a vision of the future. You feel like things are going to work out in a certain way, but right now there's a lot of distance between you and that vision materializing. Right now you cannot know for sure if this vision that you have of this connection is going to materialize or not. So I feel like it's not grounded in reality. Spirit, can you say something more about this connection? Am I on the right track? Can you say something more about group 1's connection, the connection that they are yeah. So it feels like whatever has happened has taken its course independently of your judgment. It's like nobody asked you're saying this, that nobody asked me if I want to be in this position or not. It is like it was decided by the universe that this is the thing for me. But if you ask me, then I don't know if I want this connection or not, because I have invested my energy and I have done everything the universe has asked me to do intuitively. But now I don't know if it is like if it is right for me to continue to wait for this person, continue to hope that this person is going to arrive someday. But I do understand with 3 major arcanas, I do understand that this is a very significant connection, which right now feels like is not delivering much. But like I said, that it is not a permanent arrangement. It's not like you have to move away from this person permanently. But for now, it feels like you have to move away from this person, and you're investing your energy somewhere else. But investing your energy somewhere else is not leaving this person completely. You are walking away from this person to come back to this person in the future. Sorry, at some point in the future, because I feel like you know that the connection is here to do right by you, or this person is the answer to your dreams, or something that you wanted from the universe is now being has now been delivered in the form of this person. But somehow this person is it's like right person wrong time sort of vibe. This person is not ready for the connection, so you think that you have to materially invest your energy somewhere else, because before this person can wrap up things and wrap up loose ends in their tie loose ends in their life and ready themselves for you. So now, spirit, I want to know, where is this connection headed? I feel like a chapter needs to close here before a new chapter can open. And you have a vision of what all is going to happen and how this is going to unfold. I do feel like you are the right person for this person. Like this person is the right person for you, and you are the right person for them. But the timing of this connection coming together is not right. It does feel like a spiritual connection. I did say that we are not gonna think too much about the labels, but it does feel like a connection where the souls are involved. You feel something at the level of soul, and a lot may not be happening at the level of mind and at the physical level, but that does not make this connection unimportant in any way. So, spirit, can you please tell me, like, where is this connection headed? Like in the recent future, not in the recent future, like in the coming future. Queen of Cups, near future, Six of Cups, okay, and Death. Death needs to, like, some sort of transformation needs to happen in this connection for this person to either make a move towards you or have a change of perspective, because it does feel like this person right now is not being able to, I'm getting this intuitively, that this person is not being able to see it, the beauty of your connection, because it feels like this person has no idea about the intensity of this connection. And this person is only going to realize, I don't know why this feels like that. This person is only going to realize, like, 1 2 3, and then there are three like animals here. So it does feel like this person does not understand that everything that they are looking at separately is part of one big puzzle, and they are not being able to see the whole thing in its true light. So in the near future, what is going to happen is this person is going to have, because you would have taken your energy somewhere else and you would have invested your energy somewhere else, this person is suddenly going to be reminded of you, and they're going to think that the kind of chemistry, the kind of camaraderie, the kind of companionship they had with you is not something that they can replicate with someone else. And this might happen again intuitively, because with the death as well, I feel like there's a subconscious touch to this realization, where things are being realized without and also these are like cups cards, so things are being realized internally without a lot of physical changes happening, or a lot happening in the physical realm. Three of Wands, and I'm getting a call, Magician. 1 second. All right, so with me getting a call, it could also be so that you might expect this person to give you a call at an unexpected moment, and you might just realize that this person might not communicate to you everything that they are feeling, but you might get this understanding that they are feeling that they are not letting on the the true emotions behind that call or behind that exchange, because they would call you wanting to say a lot more than they are communicating. So with the magician and three of wands, this person will might reach out to you being tired of waiting, like might think that god knows when group one will reach out to me, let me reach out to them because I miss them. So there's a missing energy, and there's a realization without missing, like without taking it too far. There is an understanding that this person, I would not call this missing, but what I would call this is realization without the pain. Missing has some sort of pain to it, but this realization doesn't come with an additional dose of pain. It's a happy realization that I just need this person, I just need to feel good, and I think this person will make me feel good. Otherwise I feel like I'm lacking something, and they would reach out to you thinking that you will make them happy. So yeah, in the long term, can you tell me where is this connection headed in the long term, spirit? In the long term, where is this connection headed? Seeker of branches, five of wands. Three of swords in the long term. In the long term, I do see that this person might communicate something to you, that this is not the ultimate consequence of this connection, but this is definitely something where you are being forced to draw a line or set very strong boundaries, because this person is communicating something to you that you don't wish to hear, at least from this person. It might be so that you realize that this person is only physically drawn towards you without the depth of emotional bond, or without being able to, like they kind of want you without liking you, or they are not sure about their emotions. They just want you physically, and the emotional component is missing. The spiritual understanding is lacking. The understanding that this person has of you is not that deep, and that makes you feel terrible, to be honest. So you might have like a, an exchange with this person where you go, and that is what you want from me, that is what you think of me. You think you can just come, make a move, because with the knight of wands, it does feel like, I don't know if it's the knight or the page with this deck. I don't know that it's whether it's the knight, or but it feels like, yeah, it feels like, yeah, it's the knight. So with the knight of wands, it is a card where you can have you can be approached by someone who is just physically attracted towards you. So that can happen, that can make you mad, and that can hurt you, because you like, this is a connection which means a lot to you, and you would eventually realize in the long term that this person does not have a deep realization. But what is behind this, spirit? Can you please elaborate on this? Because it does feel like this person is realizing something. Then what is that? What is the long term? Where is this connection headed in the long term? Yeah, seer of shells, that is page of cups, and call to awakening. Yeah, in the long term, this person might want to downplay their emotions, and you might feel like this person is having a strong realization in the near future. You will feel this person is having a strong realization about the nature of this connection, and it is causing them to awaken to the reality of the bond between the two of you. But in the long term, you realize that it is not like that. It's that like they have probably understood not even like completely 5% of what this connection means to you, and that would disappoint you. But eventually you might learn to forgive this person, because you cannot hold it against someone who who lacks the spiritual depth or intellectual depth to explore deeper connections. So you might eventually forgive this person and want to move on, and that might cause this person to experience awakening about this connection. So the point in the, like in long term future where you are actually moving away from them, because I think that you have felt disappointed and you have wanted to move away from them a lot of times. Even if it's a friend, you have tried to make them understand about their importance in your life, but they have failed to understand time and again. But in the long term future, when you take like step away from them once again, for maybe the ninth or 10th time, god knows, but you will step away and there will be a definitive decision like, I have had it, bye bye. That is when probably they will awaken to the nature of your connection. So that is the reading for you, group 1. If you liked it or if it resonated, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. If you want personal reading or spiritual discussions with me, then you can contact me on WhatsApp, email, or Instagram. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. I also have other channels in case you're interested in Bengali or Hindi tarot readings, then you might want to subscribe to them as well. Take care. Bye bye. Hello, group 2. So if you had selected this pink monkey who might have a name of his own, it's just that I'm not aware of it, then welcome to your reading. This is your group 2. So what is the nature of this connection and where is it headed? First of all, what is happening in this connection? Five of Swords, Reverse, and Temperance, right? So you feel like there's a lot that you want to communicate to this person about what is going on inside of you, but you don't do that because you're trying to appear balanced, and you're trying to appear sorted about this. Why? Because maybe it's best to appear put together and appear like you don't have any problems in this situation than to admit to the inner turmoil or inner chaos that is currently bothering you a lot. Because with the reverse, reverse Five of Swords, it feels like there is a battle going on, a battle where your thoughts are literally up against one another, but you are not admitting to it. You are trying to deny it. So there's a denial of inner turmoil, and you're trying to appear all cool, calm, collected, and it feels like you cannot. It feels like this monkey honestly is not even happy to be listening to the music, and is pretending to have headphones on, but it can listen to everything that we are saying. So you are trying to look like you are not even paying attention to this person, or you're not concentrated on this connection, but you actually cannot get it out of your head. This Temperance is a mask. That's what it feels like. And you like, your life depends on acting balanced, your life depends on acting cool, acting like nothing bothers you. Why is it so? Because maybe you have a lot of distance. Like, the connection has not reached that stage yet where you can emotionally open up to this person completely and let your vulnerable side out, because the connection has not gone past that formality stage. But how this connection is bothering you is quite quite a lot to take for a connection which is new. This is pretty intense. So what is the nature of this connection that group 2 is experiencing? Okay, the Empress. What is the nature of this connection that group 2 is experiencing? Page of Pentacles. What is the nature of this connection that group 2 is experiencing? Two of Cups and the Hanged Man. It is a very strong, powerful soul connection. Very, very, very strong. Where you feel like this person is activating those aspects in you which you did not even know existed, and you're feeling like they are literally your counterpart, but you cannot do anything about it because the situation does not permit, and the situation is such where you are going through realizations which, if you talk about with the Temperance, if you talk about these realizations, then they might call you mad, or they might think that you are highly, highly spiritual. But with the Page of Pentacles, it feels like you are not at a stage in the connection, or you, that's what you think that I've known this person only what for like a month or two, and to say that this person moves the tectonic plates in my heart is just too much and too dramatic. I cannot even say this. So for you to offer them your pentacle, or for even to want a relationship, I'm saying even to want a relationship with them is like too much, because they don't show as much interest. And it also feels like they in front of you, they shine in their light, like in all their glory, and you feel like, oh god, I can't even walk up to this person and even confess to my feelings, because they are the empress, and who am I? I'm a raccoon, and they are this, goddess of earth, and how am I even going to communicate my feelings to them? It doesn't even matter. But inside of your heart, you feel like you are just the same, as the same energy, and you probably feel like they are either your counterpart, or energetically acting as your counterpart at this moment. With the Hanged Man, you feel like there's no way you can communicate this, and there's absolutely no way you can even formulate that sentence which would convey your feelings to them. Pretty tight situation, if you ask me. So mostly, I think we can just settle on the fact that this is a person, who has realized that the connection that they have with their person is too strong for them to deny, or downplay the intensity of the connection, or to deny the connection as being okay. Look at that, yin and yang. Yeah, the connection being something that has moved them to the point that they are having to do things or think about things, or they find themselves, like you can find yourself doing things which you've never expected that you will do for somebody. Like you might start talking to God, and you're just communicating within yourself and communicating with the universe. Like temperance is a very spiritual card. So you might start your inner work, and you might start seeing the world differently, wanting to heal yourself and go on a spiritual journey, only to either avoid this person or realize what is happening to you. But it is not possible for you to communicate these things to your person, because you feel like, I cannot. With Five of Swords reversed here and the Hanged Man here, I feel like you're constantly saying, it's not even a possibility, don't even talk about it, don't even think about it, right? So what is going to happen in the near future? What is going to happen? I gotta shuffle it again. Can you tell me, Spirit, what is changing for this connection in the near future? 10 of Pentacles, and that wanted to come out, okay. 4 of Cups, okay. Page of Cups, right. In the near future, as it happens with connections like this, but before sharing this message, I think I would take a clarifier on 10 of Pentacles. But can you please clarify 10 of Pentacles? Is it what I think it is? Strength. Well, I think it is what it is. High Priestess. So in the near future, you might see this person having their time under the sun, and either being in a very stable job or a stable relationship, some sort of stability, some sort of stable reality, which which forces you to question your own reality. You would think that, oh, what was I even thinking that this person is a big deal to me, because this person does not feel any of it. This person is clearly happy. This person is enjoying their time on the planet, and I am the one who's conjuring these things up in my head. And it would be disappointing. With Four of Shells, you would feel like you are withdrawing more into yourself. With the Hanged Man, Five of Swords reverse, and then Four of Shells, Four of Cups here, you will be extremely disappointed, and you will feel like the amount of conversation that you can manage with this person is, like, compared to what you would like to have, it will be like little to nothing. You would feel a lot of things internally, but externally it will be very difficult for you to ground those things into reality. And it would take a lot of strength on your part to just go through this understanding realization that this person means so much to me. And imagine how much I can, like, how little of them I can actually have in reality, I can hold in reality, because I can't even speak to them. There's no way I can have this person in my reality, and or there's no way I can be a part of their reality. So there's a mismatch which requires you to stand in your strength and go through this experience as it is happening with the Empress and the Lion. Like, the strength here, this, I'll tell you something. uh, the, Here we have the cow, but somehow it reminds me of the bull, which is Shiva's Vahan, and then lion is Shakti's Vahan. So you feel like you are dealing with somebody. And here, when I was even, when I was giving you the explanation for the nature of the connection, I felt like this is your person, and you feel like they are the Empress. They are beautiful, they are amazing. Their energy, the way they speak, the way they hold themselves together, their mannerisms and how they are, that is just exceptional. And compared to that, you might feel like you are having to stand, you're having to find that strength within yourself, and then stand in your strength to just bear what is happening. So you see them in their glory, but you are having to kind of look for your strength, look for your voice, and look for that element of divinity within you, which makes you, which gives you the capacity to go through this experience, to experience the person and not be able to have them because it is painful. So there is no card here that talks about pain, but I feel like you're going through pain, suppressing it actively. So now we will look at what is happening in the long term future in this connection. Where is this connection headed in the long term future? Okay. Where is this connection headed? Can you please, with 3 cards? Okay, the Devil, Ace of Cups, and 5 of Wands. Okay. Tell me something more. Like, what is happening in the long term future in this connection? Okay. Page of Swords and King of Swords. Right. So, what is happening in this connection is that in the long term, you would want to have a relationship with this person, but that would feel like such a such stupid idea, either to you or to your person. I feel like to both of you, you'll feel like your person, like, even to think that you want to have a connection with this person in the long term future. This is, however, not the ultimate consequence of this connection. You might, like, end up with this person at some point in the future. That's not what we are looking at, but we are looking at like the near future and then long term future. So the near future could be something that will happen in a few months, and long term future could be something that happens in either a year or two. So in a year or two, the long term future energy, it feels like you are thinking that to think about going with a love offer to this person is stupid, because no matter what you do, you would end up just having a conflict, not agreeing, on a certain issue, and not being able to come together. And you know this in your heart that it's not like it's to no avail. There's no point going to this person or approaching this person wanting to have a relationship. So you would stall it, you would actively stall it and not want to go ahead with it. Inside of yourself, you'll have this realization. You will have a strong realization about what the future entails and how you should be acting. You might do some spiritual work on yourself and might just realize the future of this connection and know in real time how you should be managing different stages of this connection. Maybe you might take time out to work on yourself and to become that person who is able to handle the intensity of not only this connection but of life. You would work on yourself to become the person that you want to attract. You are trying to attract this person because of certain things, certain elements in this person that is attractive. It could also be your own energy that you see in another person which is attractive. So everything that you think attracts you about this person, you would try to embody it yourself, and you would start researching about the nature with the high priestess, and you know the research and the scholar card, this is not the research and the scholar card, but I look at it that way. Because this is the card of a researcher or a stalker. You would stalk into spiritual reality. You would be like, what is this, why is this happening? Just below two of cups, you would start inquiring about the nature of this connection, and you would try to sit at the top of it, because this is like an apex predator. So you would try to gain as much information as possible, get a great vantage point to look at this connection, and then decide your next steps from a position of power, not from a position of lack or fear and insecurity, but from a position of power. And that power is inner power, from realizing that what is the best way to go ahead in this connection. And you would be chalking out a plan, or come up with some structure to actually go ahead in this connection. And it won't feel like you are victim of the situation. You would feel like you have been empowered by a connection like this, where you have come to realize that why we encounter people like this, why we experience things which often make us experience a questionable and like a very painful and sometimes difficult reality, but it also leads to developing a kind of strength that we could not have developed otherwise. So it is becoming increasingly clear to you that this could not have been an accident. You're saying your thank yous, and you're giving your gratitude to the universe, and moving on to emerge as a very powerful person who can sometimes you can emerge as a guide as well. Like, you might guide other people who are experiencing things like this. So I'm looking at somebody who might become a coach of some sort, who is now well equipped to like give advice to or lead other people towards the light. Spirit, can you please give me some information about the King of Swords, Queen of Cups, and Eight of Feathers, right? So you would realize all those things because of which you stayed stuck in your energy, and that would inspire you to find out ways to break free from that hanged man energy, or the Eight of Swords energy that you found yourself in, where you could not move and you did not know where to go, how to go. So I'm looking at deep inner work here, where you do your, like, you work on yourself, and you realize the many ways you can break the glass ceilings of your like consciousness, where you get trapped in your own ignorance or own misconceptions and the darker aspects of your consciousness. You learn to break free, and then you teach others. So something like that might happen with the Knight of Swords. You are taking this thing as a lesson. You're taking this opportunity as a learning lesson, and you're learning from this connection to just empower yourself to experience a higher reality, or a reality of higher consciousness. So that is my reading for you, group 2. If it resonated, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, the pink monkey is not happy. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. And if you want personal reading or spiritual discussions from me, like if you want to have personal readings or want to do spiritual discussions with me, then you can contact me on WhatsApp, email, or Instagram. If you are interested in Bengali and Hindi tarot readings, if those are the languages you understand, then you can also check out my other channels. They will be linked below in the description box. Otherwise, I'll God, I have to speak so much. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care. Hello, group 3. So, if you had selected the Mickey Mouse, somebody whom we all know, then welcome to your reading. Just before starting your reading, I was thinking about this song. It's a Bengali song, so a lot of you who are not Bengalis or who don't know the language might not even understand what this song means. But it's this song, Tomake Chai. Jodi সত্যি জানতে চাও তোমাকে চাই তোমাকে চাই যদি মিথ্যে মানতে চাও তোমাকেই চাই. So it means I'm a better singer than what I have than the performance that I just gave, I feel, because this was quite something. But anyway, right, so the song means that if you want to know the truth, I want you. If you want to know the lie, then I want you only. So it's just the truth or lie, I just want you. So it feels like I did not channel a song before any other reading, but it feels like this person is making it look like they don't care, but their feelings is something that nobody can deny or nobody will be able to overlook, because it's literally on their face and on your face how they feel. So that's how I feel about this connection. Let's look at the cards. Hierophant and Seven of Cups. So what's going on in this connection? This person could be in another connection, another established connection, or could be in a situation where they are revered for their position. They might be higher up in the ranks, and this connection might be something that is part of their imagination, your imagination, but it is not something that has been like it is still one of the options that they could have. It could be one of the scary options, given they may already be in a position which does not permit them to actively engage with this connection or actively pursue this connection. So that is what I'm feeling is happening in this connection currently. But their feelings is something that um, you know there's no denying that they have feelings for you. They don't deny it. They don't try to deny it, because I don't think they are at a stage where they can continue to deny the feelings. They know, they are aware of um, these feelings that they have for you. They might have to deny them because of the position that they are in, but honestly they also think that there's what's the point. I mean, there's no point. I mean, you still know. Either they have already confessed to you, or they are at the verge of confessing to their feelings, like any day or night. I mean, the confession could just come any moment now, because the realization has happened, is what I'm feeling. Right, so what is the nature of this connection, Spirit? Justice and Six of Swords. Okay. Three of Swords. All right. And lastly, Four of Pentacles. So they could be in a position where they are already in a connection with someone else, or they could be in a position where they are so higher up in the ranks that they cannot have feelings for somebody like you, who may be their colleague, or maybe their fan, or maybe their junior, maybe somebody who is working under them. I don't know what is the position, but they cannot have feelings for somebody like you, is what I heard. It might sound really negative, like me. What do you mean? Like I'm not worth, like I'm not worth having feelings for? That is not what I mean. But the position does not permit. The situation does not permit. um, and they have already moved on, like emotionally, spiritually, mentally. They have moved on from whatever situation that they have. Like if they are in another connection, they don't really feel as interested or as invested in that connection anymore. So they are in that connection, but the spark is long gone, is what I'm hearing. um, for some people, they can be in a very celebrated position where they may be the CEO or the manager in some company where you also work. But what I'm hearing is they don't really see that being a problem. I mean, they don't really think that their position will stop them from having feelings for you or wanting you. So that's not a possibility. So mentally, they have moved on from whatever obstacles their position or their situation posed. But physically, they have not been able to do anything, because I do think that this is a very difficult position with the Hierophant and the Justice. This is a very difficult position. Mentally, they have resolved that they want you, but physically, to do something about this is very, either very painful, or it would wreck a lot of things. Like it would there would be like chaos and destruction if they were to admit to their feelings, or whether this is a karmic situation or like a soul connection. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I do know that this person has very strong feelings for you, but they are keeping it to themselves, and there is no way, absolutely no way, you would know your situation better. But if they were to talk about their feelings, or actually come out with how they like truly feel, it would be earth shattering is what I'm hearing, either for their family or for the organization that they work for. It would have consequences that nobody's gonna like, is what they're saying, is what their higher soul is saying. Higher self is saying, higher soul, higher self is saying, right? They cry about it. They don't like it. I'm feeling like somebody's struggling to break free from um, ropes or chains that are keeping them tied. So it is a situation that the situation that they are in, they don't like being in that situation for a moment longer, but there's very little that they can do about it. Maybe because this is part of their identity, maybe because this is part of um, their reputation. This is how they are known, and this is how they're celebrated. To break free from this, like to physically break free from this, would mean to die. Death would be better than admitting to. Why? I mean, what is this difficulty? Death would be better than admitting to. And also I'm seeing admitting to the feelings. And also I'm seeing this thing where Sherlock Holmes had this there was this episode where they did something in the Benedict Cumberbatch one, where they did something about liberation in death. So a little bit like that, where they are not prepared to face their feelings at all. The nature of this connection feels like a connection that is very difficult to ground in physical reality. Sometimes, this has Lala Majnu vibes, like lovers who can never, star-crossed lovers, or lovers who can never come together. That's what they think. I don't know if you'll be able to come together ever or not, but the feeling is that it's very difficult. What you have standing between the two of you is the entire world. Or it could also be so that you actually come from like you, like there's family friend and also there's family enemy, so you could belong to each other's family enemy, or you could come from families which are like, which have some ancestral enemy or something like that. Things like that happen, like even in India we know about these things, right? So okay, now let's look at your near future. What is going to happen in the near future in this connection? Spirit, what is happening in the near future in this connection? King of Swords, and okay, Page of Pentacles, and okay, you want to come together. Five of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. So basically you are communicating to each other about how you want to call off the connection, and there's no way that you guys can come together. Basically you are just coming clean about the impossibility of the connection, because we did see that this is impossible, absolutely impossible for you to come together. That is how you're like, your person is viewing it. That is not what I'm saying, by the way. And I don't even know what is going to come for the long term future. So like right now we can only focus on the short term future. For the short term future, like what is going to happen in a few months, I think there's going to be a lot of communication that might break your heart, because and it's a lot of heartbreak, honestly, to deal with, because you make each other very 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 happy. It's just that these are two people who are so in love, want to be in love, just cannot come together because situation won't permit. And this is what you're saying to each other, that look, some sort of like a communication like this is entirely possible. That look, I like you, and I will always like you. I love you and I will always love you, but there's no way that we can make it work. And even trying to have a conversation about the difficulties might make you to have fights that you cannot resolve, because honestly this is not a situation that I can see a resolution to. Your person might say so, that I don't see this resolving anytime soon. So they could have a family of their own, you could have a family of your own. This is a very established condition that you are operating from. So established condition meaning a family that has already been stabilized with children, or some sort of commitment which feels like too large to break free of, again break free from maybe. And also with the Knight of Pentacles and Five of Feathers, you guys fight, but you are also aware that you cannot part ways from each other, like you cannot totally turn away from each other. That is something that you're totally aware of. So you're not saying that we would not talk again, because that's impossible. You know that you guys will talk again. This is two people extremely in love not being able to come together. Let's look at your long-term future without any further ado, because without the long-term future it's hard to say anything. Like, it's hard to say anything. Spirit, what is the long-term future of this connection for group 3? Ace of Cups. And why do I feel like these cards were together and they just again decided to come together? Ace of Cups and the Devil. Although I understand what it is trying to say. Spirit, what is the future, long-term future of this connection? Six of Wands and Three of Branches. Okay, the long-term future should make you happy. You will try to walk away from each other a lot, even though we don't have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups would not do justice to the situation, because it's not like you are going to be able to walk away. So what is going to happen eventually? Okay, the Tower. We do have the Tower. So what is going to happen eventually is that you're going to get tired of fighting. You know that you cannot fight this person, and you realize that. Okay, Page of Wands, Death. Yeah, coming together will take some time still. It's not like you're going to be able to come together uh, in a few months or even a year. That's not even what I'm saying. But what I can see is that this connection will slowly move towards resolution that you did not see or did not think was possible, because you are thinking that it's an impossible connection. How does this feel like? I'll tell you. Like, I remember sometime an astrologer once telling me that I'm gonna have a connection where the person is gonna come to my house to visit me regularly. But that was impossible, because I don't I never thought that like in India we don't really introduce our like, why am I giving this example? But if I'm giving it, let me give it. Like, in India, we don't even introduce our like the people we are dating, our boyfriends or girlfriends, to our family members unless we're completely sure. And I have been like, some people can, not everybody does. I wasn't the kind of person who would want to introduce their partners to their family members before they were sure that it was something solid. So when this astrologer said something like that to me, I said that it's impossible. I am not a person who who takes their boyfriend to their house to meet their family members. But I said that there was no way that this was happening. But trust me, like I said, impossible, and I walked out of that thing, and not thinking that this person does not even know what they're saying. But that is exactly what happened. So I did make my boyfriend meet my family members, and I was shocked that it happened the way it did. So something that you find impossible is gonna turn around, and you're gonna have proof that this connection is hard to walk away from. And you will have this realization will dawn upon you. It's not going to be pleasurable. You're not going to realize this when everything is hunky-dory. You will realize it by walking through the fire. Like, you will have to get separated many a times, or you will try to separate each other many a times. You're going to be like, okay, we better not talk to each other. And this feels like a karmic slash soulmate connection. It could be a karmic connection, it could be a soulmate connection. It does not honestly feel like a counterpart situation or a twin flame connection. It does not feel like one, but it is nevertheless a very strong like connection. Like, you feel intensely drawn towards each other, and the lessons that you're trying to learn from each other are quite intense, if you ask me. So you will eventually in the long term realize that you have a lot of love for each other, which demands that you give each other the recognition that your heart has already given to the two of you. So there's going to be declaration of love. There is going to be recognition of the fact that you want something solid, something like, I think a lot of people view physical union or physical relationship in a way which is very like negative, where they think that to want a person physically is to maybe belittle the spiritual aspect of a connection, but I don't think so. Like certain connections are meant to be grounded in physical reality. This is a connection like that, where you might even realize that you want to like go ahead and either have a solid relationship with each other, be exclusive to each other, be committed to each other, or even get married to each other. Okay, so anything is possible, but you realize that you, like, you don't want to, if you have to wait, if you have to wait for this person, you would rather be with this person and wait for significant milestones to happen in your life and experience them together, rather than wait to talk to the person or see the person again. So you might come together and then wait for anniversaries and extremely significant events in each other's life, like holding hands and side by side, just waiting for life to happen, but you would not like to wait for each other. So there is a, like, I do see a union happening amidst turmoil, amidst a lot of, oh, this is impossible. I do see a union happening. This is not like, I'm not even looking at, okay, so there's a lot of anxiety. I'm not even looking at the ultimate consequence of this connection. So whether you will end up with this person or not, I don't know, but I do see a union happening in the long term future. Okay, so that's my reading for you, group 3. I don't even know your situation, but if that resonated and if you want to share your story, then I'll be interested in hearing, um, because it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. You cannot stay away from each other, and coming together also feels impossible, but you're recognizing that no matter because whatever you're going to do might seem selfish. People might tell you you're so selfish to want this for each other. So there may be families who think that you're selfish to want to be together. There could be children involved who think you're selfish, because sometimes the heart wants what it wants, and not everybody's heart or mind can understand the language of our hearts. So that miscommunication is entirely possible. But you might be looked at as the devil for wanting what you are wanting for yourself, but you will still go ahead with it, because you will know your pain, you will know your story, and you will validate it without needing anybody else to validate it, without needing anybody else to validate it for you. Right, so that it was your reading, group 3. If that resonated, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. And if you want personal readings, or if you want to do spiritual discussions with me, then you can all obviously contact me on WhatsApp, email, or Instagram. Otherwise, okay, if you also understand the languages, Hindi and Bengali, then I have two channels where I do tarot readings in those two languages. Then you might want to subscribe to those channels as well. Not those languages, those channels as well. So after speaking so much, also in a foreign language, I seem to like not be able to get my like words out coherently. Please forgive me for that. So I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care. Hello, group 4. So, if you had selected this white rabbit, who I feel like is a popular character, whom I don't know, maybe I should take a picture and then just, search the image on Google. Maybe that will tell me. But anyway, congratulations. This is your group 4. When I was trying to channel some information about your group, just like I did for group 3, not for 1 or 2, but 1 and 2, but then I did like that happened for group 3 quite naturally, organically. So I was trying to channel something for your group, and it felt like a very significant old soul connection. I've not seen the cards yet, but intuitively I can feel the song that I was reminded of for this group is that song. I'm not even sure that even Indians would be able to remember this series or not. There was this series called Hindi series called okay, I don't remember the name of the series myself, but there was a song like this. तुम्हारे लिए मेरा दिल बेकरार है, मुझे सिर्फ तुमसे, हाँ तुमसे प्यार है. तुम बिन जाओ कहाँ, right, that was the name. तुम बिन जाओ कहाँ. It's a Hindi series, but in that series they had a past life connection, the protagonists. So that could be significant for your group, where, okay, three of soul, oh my god, yeah. very painful series, and what is going on in this connection. So that could be relevant for you. I did not see the cards. Like, even if I had seen the cards for some groups, I have even forgotten what the cards were. So what I've channeled for this group, it could be totally significant, where you feel like you know this person from a past life, or you feel like you have such a strong connection with this person that you cannot, like, you're not able to convey it in words, but it's extremely significant, and it is hurting you so much that you're using tarot readings, and maybe you are in this reading using this reading as spirit's guidance, or some form of, like, some soul searching you're doing. You're trying to use tarot to give you some answers. It's extremely painful. You cannot sleep. You cannot. Oh God, that was a very painful series. The one that I'm talking about, Tum Bin Jaun Kaha. If you want some context, maybe it's relevant for you. But it might not be like totally relevant. But the pain you might be able to relate to. So this woman, she like there was a man and a woman in love, and this woman, she dies, and is born in another lifetime, and is still able to understand, identify this man who did not die but only aged, and grew to be an old man. She is now able to identify him as her past lover. She's able to remember her past lifetime. So this is like, she's able to remember that in her past life she was this man's girlfriend or something. So that is a very difficult situation, okay, where this man's age does not permit that they have a connection between themselves, and it's complicated. That is what I remember about this series. And so I can understand that it's very painful what you're going through. And there is, again, uh, I have dealt with some difficulties in the other three connections. They were all pretty difficult connections, but for this group I can say that it's safe to say that you cannot communicate about what you're going through to anybody. There's a very, very, very painful, like, you're not even being able to get some sleep, because it's so scary to just experience, or just recognize the experience that you're having with this person. All right, so what is the nature of this connection, spirit? What is the nature of this connection? Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Oh my God, what are you dealing with? I don't mean to scare you, but that's how it came out. With the Empress and Spirit, another card to clarify. Can you please clarify? Two cards, okay. I'll take two cards. Oh, you have three cards. Why? Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Wands. All right. The Wheel of Fortune. All right. So let's get started, okay? The nature of this connection, it does feel like you have been cheated or betrayed by this person in a way that nobody betrays, even their, like, even you wouldn't do this to your worst enemy, what this person did to you, or what you have had to face from this person. You, like, we usually don't even expect this sort of thing from our worst enemies even. So this person probably betrayed you, or like abandoned you, left you to feel a certain way, and you cannot make sense of it. You're screaming to even come out of your body, just to end the pain that this person is making you go through, but to no avail, because this person either does not care or cannot hear what you're going through. It's extremely painful. And what I can hear is, how could you do this to me? How could you do this? In Hindi there's a saying, like if I can express it in Hindi, it would be like, ऐसा तो हम अपने ऐसा तो हम अपने दुश्मनों के साथ भी नहीं करते. Like, we don't even do this to our worst enemies, like I said. So this person betrayed you, left you, abandoned you, probably left with another person, and you feel like you have a soul connection or a very strong connection to them, and you cannot understand why they did what they did. What it feels like though is, this is a past life, equation being settled, where you probably hurt this person in another lifetime and they're coming back to give you the pain that you caused them, only to make you feel what you have made them feel at one point in time. This feels like an end of uh, like a connection which will put an end to some karma, and it wait a bit before you can switch on this energy where you realize why whatever happened had to happen between the two of you. With the Empress, I do realize that eventually you will realize that you were gold and you were always gold. It doesn't matter what happened to you, but whatever happened to you was only to remind you. And this is why I think I put the disclaimer in the intro itself, because certain connections, you are like, it's very difficult to put a label on these connections, but it's just it is about the experience that we have through these connections which matter, not the label. And so you will understand that whatever you're experiencing is transient. You're not going to be in this energy forever, but what you are going to understand is that this person signed up to come hurt you the way they are doing, only to awaken you to your own magic. And this is a very significant event that is happening in your life, which you will look back on as a moment of revelation, a moment where you realized something about spirit world or something about the nature of your soul. I feel like it's a little bit like meeting your spouse from a past life, and it's beautiful, the feeling of being able to recognize that love in another person and to be able to see it in their eyes, but also to feel like you cannot have them, or the fact that they don't recognize you, because if they are carrying out a karmic exchange, then even if the recognition is there, it won't be strong enough to make them stay, right? So it might make you feel frustrated, that how do you not feel the way I feel for you? How do you not see? How could you? How do you not understand? So that is coming up again and again, and it feels like you would eventually come out of this situation on the top, like realizing why you had to go through it, but it will take some time. But whether or not you will balance it out, whether or not you're gonna be able to like rise above the challenges, 100%, 100% group 4, no doubt about that. So what is the short-term future of this connection? What is going to happen in this connection in the near future? Future of this connection in the short term, spirit. Future of this connection in the short term. Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, yeah, I'll take all of it. Queen of Cups, Eight of Swords, right, and the Judgment. So with Eight of Swords and the Judgment, it feels like in this short-term future, you will try to work it out with this person. You will try to approach them again and again, but it feels like they will try to juggle you. You will feel like they are not giving you their complete attention, and they are juggling you with something else. It can be a work situation, or some other relationship, or something that you don't want to be juggled with. You don't want to be an option, but that is how they are making you feel. They're making you feel like your hands are tied and you cannot do anything about the judgment that has already been passed. They have already given a verdict about how important you are in their life, and that verdict is unchangeable, it seems. It feels a little bit like a very mismatched sort of situation, where you know how the crocodile is befriending the butterfly. It doesn't feel like they are not an it doesn't feel like they can be an energetic match to each other. So a lot of people might tell you that you are trying to have a person for yourself who does not feel like the right match for you, but you will understand that there's a bond, that or there's an energy that connects the two of you, which is only like, it only makes sense to you. You cannot make other people understand what you are feeling, but it also feels like, unfortunately, you cannot make even this person understand how you are feeling. But you will try to show up with all your emotions and explain to them how you feel, but I think I am saying but a lot. But ah anyway, you would not be able to get your words through to this person, because this person has decided, and has decided in the near future. It feels like they have decided to invest their energy in something else in a way that does not make you the focus or the priority or the main character in their life. You are not one of the protagonists in the near future, and that bothers you. That bothers you because you have made this person the center of your world, but you're not the center of their world. And with the Queen of Cups, it feels like, how can they not understand something so inherently elemental? I feel like it's the absolute truth that you both mean a lot to each other. How are they not being able to recognize it? How can they not see the basic truth? It's everywhere. It's given. It's in energy. How important you are to the two, like to each other, but they are not being able to see it. It feels like a strong, intense connection which comes into our life to settle a karmic score that we have left unfinished in some lifetime. Back of the deck energy is the Chariot. This connection has a force of its own. A lot of it is out of your control. It feels like, playing one of those games. My brother kind of introduces me to different games which have like a predetermined destination. Like, even if you want, you cannot change the destination, because the games are based on events that have already happened in the past. So it is a there's a with the Judgment and Eight of Swords, I feel like there's very little you can do about it. There are things that has already happened. Like, it's a predetermined connection where things are supposed to. And I have a dog crying. Things are supposed to unfold the way they are unfolding, right? So I don't know if you can hear our dog crying, but then he's actually crying. So I do understand it's a painful situation, but it is what it is. In the long-term future, Spirit, in the long-term future, can you tell me what they'll go through in the long-term future? Four of Pentacles. What is the long-term future of this connection? King of Cups. Six of Cups reversed. And with another card to just confirm and clarify the energy. Awakening. Yeah. No, not awakening. It's like the Lovers, but it is called the Heart Awakener. Page of Cups, back of the deck energy. Oh my God. There's no denying how much pain you are having to go through because of what you are enduring, but this is necessary. This is needed to activate a certain emotion in your, like, in your soul, like to give your soul some extra experience points. Activate certain emotion in your soul. That sounded funny, but what I mean is that to activate certain, like, to make certain energetic activations happen in your soul, so that you carry that energetic signature, is why this, wow, so that is why this connection is in your life. But where is this headed? Eventually, whatever happens between the two of you will be able to um, somehow suppress it, somehow not talk about it, somehow not talk about the hurt that you've caused each other, or this person has caused you. With this person, you might have a friendship which validates and is proof of the kind of bond you share, because it feels like a connection where you are not able to hate each other no matter what has happened, no matter what has transpired between the two of you. You would still be drawn to each other. And so there will be a friendship where you guys will continue to talk, you guys will continue to engage with each other, wanting to know how you are and wanting to share the highlights of your life. But this person, might also tell you that they love you in a way that they can't even properly explain, because love like if you think of love to have like only one definition and one shade, that is very limiting way of looking at love. This person loves you in their own ways, what they will tell you. And they might not want something solid with you. Like they might not want to ground this connection in the physical reality, but they will tell you that I definitely want to, like, this long term future is probably a year or two from now. They'll say that I definitely recognize that I have a connection with you, and I definitely want to stay in touch with you. I definitely want to know you in the future. And if you permit, I would also like to meet you, and I would always want to be in touch with you. There's absolutely nothing that I think can happen between the two of you that will make me want to not know you in this physical reality. I'm so glad that we met. I'm so glad that we crossed paths, and you will be able to put whatever has happened behind, like, behind yourselves. But I do feel that there's a suppression going on. The healing is not happening. I think that it will take you some time before you have healed from the repercussions of this connection, and before you've been able to forgive this person totally. Otherwise, what I am seeing is this connection being something which comes with like a disclaimer that open at your own risk or something. Oh god. I don't mean to scare you, but this is like, that's what I'm feeling like. It's a connection that is here to teach you something, and it won't leave. It won't be over unless you've received your lesson, and this is all about getting the lesson. And once the lesson has been received, you would be able to stay in each other's life, maybe not as a couple, or if it's friendship that you're asking about, maybe you won't be like very close friends, but you would love to be in touch. You would love to, like, you want the best for each other is what I can see. Like, you want the best for each other, and you would want each other to shine your own light in this physical reality. You recognize that you have a bond that transcends whatever happens, or the intricacies of physical reality. So no matter what transpires between the two of you, there will be a connection that is undeniable. You will always want the best for each other. So that's something that you will recognize. And yeah, so there's going to be a long term friendship, and knowing each other, being in touch with each other. But it might not be solid in the sense that it might not be a connection that you want to. So this is just long term future, like like say in a year or two. It might change again in the very long future, like like in 5 years or 10 years, it might be something very different. So that's what I have in mind for, like, not mind, but that's what I have in store for you, group 4. If it resonated, let me know in the comments. For more readings like this, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, or doing a spiritual discussion with me, then you can contact me on WhatsApp, email, or Instagram. If you are interested in Bengali and Hindi tarot readings, then you might want to subscribe to some other channels that I have. Otherwise, I'll see you in another reading sometime very, very soon. Till then, take care.